Hello, 7th grade mathematicians. We are going to quickly review perimeter and area today and how to solve for that so that we'll be better prepared for later in the week. So perimeter is just the outside of a shape. So just these outside lines, that's all we worry about with perimeter. Now the area is going to be the inside. So let's say, for example, we were talking about a pasture, maybe a pasture with cows in it. So this perimeter would be the fence, whereas the area is going to be the grass. Okay, that's the two things that we're going to be looking at. Perimeter, which is just the outside, and area, which is the inside. We're going to start with the perimeter of a square, and we know with a square that all sides are the same. So if this piece is 5, we have 5, and then this side is 5, and this side is 5. So if all sides are 5 for perimeter, all we need to do is add up all of those 5. So 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, which gives us 20. So that's going to be 20 meters. Some of you may want to just say 5 times 4, which is fine. That's mathematically sound. It's absolutely perfect to do that. This is going to be meters. So 5 meters, 5 meters, 5 meters, and 5 meters gives us that 20. So let's say if we wanted to build that fence we were just talking about for our pasture, we would go to the store and get 20 meters of fencing to go around our pasture. Now, if we were going to do area, that means we're going to do the inside. Let's say if we wanted to buy enough grass to cover our pasture, that would be area. And area for a square is going to be side times side. Side times side is going to be 5 times 5, and 5 times 5 gives us 25. And we do say 5 meters times 5 meters. So since we say meters times meters, that is going to be square meters. So we would need to get 25 square meters of seed if we were going to get enough seed for coverage for the whole pasture. Now for a rectangle, I'm sure that you remember that opposite sides are equal. So if this side is 3, this side is 3, and opposite sides equal and parallel, this side must be 4. So I'm going to add 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4. I've got both 3's and I've got both 4's. So I've got all the information that I need, and when I add all of that up, I've got 3 and 4 make 7, plus 3 more make 10, and then my last one's going to give me 14 inches. So my perimeter will be 14 inches. Now area for a rectangle is just length times width. So all I have to multiply is the length and the width. So in this problem I will just say 4 times 3. Now some people like to say 4, I usually use a parenthesis, 4 times 3. Some people would prefer to do 4 and then like a dot for a 3, and some people prefer to do this. All of those mean 4 times 3. It doesn't matter which one you use, but typically when I'm doing explaining, I'm going to use the parenthesis. So all of those, that's going to give us 12. And since I say inches times inches, that's going to be square inches. All right, moving right along. If we have a parallelogram, parallelograms are similar to rectangles in the terms of opposite sides are equal. So if this is 4 inches, this side is 4 inches, and this side is going to be 5 inches. So again, all we have to do is add up all of these sides. So 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 5. We got both of our 4's and we got both of our 5's. And when we add up all of those numbers, we are going to get 18. And that is inches, so we need 18 inches. If we're going to solve for area for a parallelogram is going to be base times height. Base times height. So now when I look at this, some people may get confused because they're like, well, you say I need 2 things, but there's 3 numbers here. So we've got to figure out which 3 numbers that we need to focus on. So if we're looking for base and height, you may remember from 6th grade, this little box means it's a right angle. And that right angle lets us know we go from top to bottom to make that right angle. So that right angle is going to let us know this has to be the base and this has to be the height. So that's the two numbers we're going to focus on. So in area, we don't need this side. All we need is the base and the height. So we would say 5 times 3, and 5 times 3 gives us 15. And we do say inches times inches, so that's going to be square inches. And remember, perimeter is just we're adding the inches, so it's only inches. There's no square of it. All right, and lastly, we've got a triangle. So again, for perimeter, we're going to add up the outside. Except for this time, we're not going to have 4 because we've only got a 3-sided shape. So we've got 6 plus 4 plus 5, which is going to give us 15, and that is inches. So we've got 15 inches. Now for area, some people like to say 1/2 base times height. I don't use that formula because middle schoolers typically see that fraction and they're like, oh my gosh, a fraction, and they already start putting up barricades and roadblocks and focusing on that fraction. So if you want to use that, that's fine, but I typically do not use that. I use base times height divided by 2. So again, we've got the base and the height that we've got to determine, and I've got 4 numbers over here, but I don't need that many numbers. So I need to figure out what is my base and what is my height. Again, we're going to look for that right angle, which that box lets us know there's our right angle. So that's going to give us our height and our base. So when we're looking for area, we don't need those 2 pieces of information. It's just extra. So when we focus on the base is 6 and the height is 3. We've got base times height, and then we're going to divide that by 2. So when we say 6 times 3, we're going to get 18. Divide that by 2, and I'm running out of room here, we're going to get 9. And since we said inches times inches here, the 6 times the 3, our answer is going to be in square inches. Now, whenever you get ready to do the next assignment, you've got 6 problems. Now, those 6 problems are just for you to practice. You're not turning those in to me. So after you practice them, if you have questions, be ready Tuesday in our lives, and we'll go over those questions on Tuesday. Or if you need my help before Tuesday, email me or call me. I hope you have a good day. Bye.